The full spoilers for Boruto manga chapter 55 are finally out, courtesy of Abdul Zoldyck as well as Night Baron on Twitter, so please do give them a follow for more updated contents on Boruto and more. With that being said, hello and welcome to Under YZ. My name is Soham and today we are going to talk about Boruto manga chapter 55 and let's just jump into it, and of course a mandatory manga spoiler warning for all the anime only viewers. Now the chapter basically starts with a conversation that Naruto is having with Kurama, and initially Naruto obviously thinks that he's quote unquote dead here because of the after effects of using the Baron mode. But Kurama goes on to explain here that no, he's not actually dead, he's just unconscious to the outside world, and Kurama basically came here to talk to Naruto for one last time, and this is like a final goodbye for him. And he says that in case you are wondering, this is our last conversation, so I'll speak while I can. Moreover, Naruto thanks Kurama for being there by his side for all these years, despite not having a father or a mother, and he goes on to say that I see, just like my mother and father, you are also going. But no, this is different. There are many things that are remaining, there are many things that are left to do, but in any case, I'm glad that you are here and I just want to thank you. Naruto is obviously sad, and he then goes on to realize the fact that Kurama had actually lied to him, and the truth about the Baron mode is revealed here that the risk factor was upon Kurama, not Naruto, and Kurama basically lied to Naruto here because he wanted to protect Konoha, he wanted to protect the people of Konoha, he wanted to protect Naruto, Boruto and all the other people. The character motivations and the character development of Kurama is absolutely brilliant and gorgeous here. The villain who once wanted to destroy everything now is actually the savior of the things, and this particular transition has been one of my absolutely favorite parts of this entire chapter. And obviously I'm sad at all the things that are happening here, but I'm really liking the writing here, and this is a good way to introduce a handicap without essentially making any plot holes here. Now of course most of this arc really acts like a nerf arc for the prior generations. With Sasuke's Rinnegan gone now, this really feels like a nerf arc for the prior generation, and this will be the basis for the growth of the new generation. This is something which you might not like, this is something which you may like, that is totally dependable and that you can have your own decisions upon. Moreover, Kurama mentions that they were able to go into Baron mode because of the strong connections, and I'm pretty sure that the anime will have a proper flashback here and it will show us the journey of Kurama and Naruto, and I am really emotional at all of this. Obviously, Twitter is currently buzzing with the keyword Kurama. Kurama is currently trending on Twitter. The death of Kurama feels like a genuine end of an era. Although I'm pretty sure that Kurama will eventually return to the series, I've already talked a bit about it in my prior video where I talked about why exactly Kurama went on to lie to Naruto, and I'll probably make a follow-up video where I'll explain what exactly is going on here and how can Kurama come back into the series, so stay tuned for all of that. There's a lot of interactions here, and we also get to learn about the Jinchuriki fact as to why Naruto is not dead despite Kurama technically dying, because the soul or the chakra of the Biju is not technically extracted here and it has extinguished inside the very body of the Jinchuriki, so that is the major reason why Naruto is still alive. Then we switch panels and Naruto is conscious now, Boruto hugs him, and this is a pretty standard stuff. Boruto is hugging his father and he's also feeling very regretful for the things that happened to Sasuke, but Sasuke says that do not worry about all of that, you don't need to take the blame for all of this. We all came here with the resolution to die. It's only lucky that we are alive, so you do not need to be sad or anything about that. Boruto also has flashbacks to Momoshiki stabbing the eye of Sasuke, and it is established here without a shadow of doubt that Sasuke's Rinnegan is permanently gone unless he does something about it after returning to Konoha. And now comes the part with Code. I will expand upon all of these things once the actual chapter is out because this is really interesting, but we finally get the confirmation that Code is also having karma. But this is a little different because he's a failed vessel. Unlike Kawaki, he's not a successful vessel and he's a failed vessel of Ishiki Otsutsuki, which is why he's having this white karma. This is a little different here and we'll probably get more explanation about all of this later on, but it essentially says that it is a soulless karma and it is basically not capable of becoming the vessel of Ishiki Otsutsuki. And for a very brief moment, Ishiki Otsutsuki comes out of this particular karma and tells Code to go forth with his plan of becoming a god, basically an Otsutsuki. Ishiki instructs Code, his beloved and faithful servant, to feed Kawaki and Boruto to the 10 tails and reap the chakra fruit and eat it himself and become the Otsutsuki god himself. There's a very psychedelic moment here in the manga, and once again I will talk about all of these things in the upcoming videos. And Code at the end swears that he's going to take revenge upon the people who robbed him of Ishiki Otsutsuki. And lastly, there's some very valuable interactions between Boruto and Kawaki. All of these things point to the fact that why will even Kawaki fall to the quote-unquote dark side when he's so supportive of Boruto here. He tells Boruto that I will myself help you to remove the karma mark, and he also encourages Boruto to open the portal to Konoha because he himself is 80% Otsutsuki even though the karma mark is now gone. And for a very brief moment, they are able to utilize the space-time ninjutsu, and as a result of it, all the four of them travel back to Konoha. And as a result of this, the sensory department is able to detect their chakra, and Shikamaru is informed of the fact that they have finally returned to the village, and he instructs the medical team to go and check upon them because they are severely wounded but they are still alive. Of course, there's a lot more things that are happening in this particular chapter, with Sumire looking on to Amado suspiciously, and I think there's something going on there with the character of Amado as well. And lastly, the entire situation with Code is also going to be resolved. Moreover, 3 of my main theories or 3 of my main predictions here have been actually correct, and I'm super happy about all of that, even though I'm obviously sad at the fact that Kurama is actually dead now. But then again, I'm going to talk about all the things as to how can he return in the story or why exactly he's going to return in the story. So this is it for this spoiler update video. What do you guys think about all of this? Please mention your thoughts in the comment section below. So that's it for today guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more. This is WonderYZ, and I'll see you soon in the next video.